I'm worried about the pigeons defecating on my head. They're everywhere. So that's the temple right there in front of you. They're right on the edge of the Nile. You can listen to the podcast as you walk around. It will tell you everything you need to know. It really brings some depth into your visit here. So I'm here at Go Bus Terminal. About to get the bus to Luxor.
سمعت بس حضرتك اتاكد الاول لان انا رايح
Luxor? £10. Shukran. So it's £10 to put your bag under. So we're at the pullover point, which is 2.5 hours into the journey from Hurghada to Luxor. It's a roadhouse, much of what you'd expect in a roadhouse, bathrooms, get drinks, packets of chips, etc. And we are literally in the middle of the desert. So the whole scenery this whole way along has been pure desert and nothing in between really. So this landscape you see behind me is the exact landscape that you would see the whole journey through. There's some Egyptian paintings on the wall. Which adds a nice touch to otherwise quite a plain building. But everyone's stretching their legs for a bit and enjoying the fresh air. So I've just got off the 4.5 hour bus ride from Hurghada, and it's like stepping back into Cairo. As soon as you get off that bus, I tell you, the hustle and bustle straight away. The people offering to take your bags and into the cabs and stuff, but I always like to just take a moment when I get off and remove myself from that initial bit, walk a block or two, and then take stock, check my maps, see where I'm at. I noticed it was a short walk down to the river, which I've done. I'm right by a boat crossing, about to cross the river over to the side of the river that I'm going to be staying on, which is the west side of the Nile, which is also the side that is home to the Valley of the Kings. So the Luxor Temple is on the side I'm on currently, but just across the Nile there is where I'll be staying at Nile Sunrise Flats, and it looks over the Nile, which is exciting. It's got a nice little rooftop canopy, and I'll show you around when we get there. But I've just stopped for a bit of mint tea, and I've ordered a chicken shawarma sandwich and some fries. Shukran.
Ketchup or
It's all good. Shukran.
no, just salt.
Salt as well, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Cool, and pepper. Shukran. So I ordered a shawarma sandwich. Surprisingly, has come out as a shawarma roll or a wrap. They seem to make the wraps on the spot, so they pour like the pancake dough over a hot plate to make the wrap, and then they build the wrap around their fresh tortilla. Full of tomatoes, green chilies, red pepper, cumin, and sweet sauce. It almost tastes like a barbecue sauce. Definitely tastes very fresh. Absolutely lovely. So to give you an idea, this costs 180 Egyptian pounds with the fries. Bear in mind, this is quite a touristy spot. As you can see, we're right by the river. Well, I'm going to sit here, enjoy my lunch, and enjoy the view. How much is boat across? 100? 100, okay, cool. Shukran. So I literally left my bag here in the restaurant, which was just up there, and luckily as I was stepping onto the boat I remembered, and so I turned around, ran back to the restaurant, got my bag, come back, and I was just getting on the bus, realised I dropped my mobile phone on the floor. So shows what can happen when you're on holidays and when your mind's elsewhere. Look at this view, look at this view. Okay guys, so room tour of the Luxor room I'm staying in. So again, 99 American dollars for the 3 nights. Being a more tourist spot, room is a bit smaller than what we've had so far, but nice double bed there, plenty of storage space, bathroom, shower, and a view out onto the sunset. So we've got the mountain range in the background there, which is where the Valley of the Kings are, and you probably can't see it, but just over there is the Nile. So this is what $33 American will get you a night. So for this meal we've gone with a chicken curry. This rice looks fantastic. Now it's a clay oven cooked chicken curry. We've got hibiscus juice, which is actually called hibiscus juice, but it's Karkak juice, which is quite a mild flavoured drink, juice flavoured. So we got the rice, salad with some basil, and clay oven cooked chicken curry, which I've just tasted the sauce. It is fantastic, roasting hot, and a view over the Nile. So that's Luxor on the other side of the river, and we're on the west bank at the moment. Gonna enjoy my meal.
Just a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, this. Shukran. We're staying on the west bank, so we're getting the boat over to the
the east bank where we're going to explore some temples and just have a relatively chill first day. So that's the temples right there in front of you. They're right on the edge of the Nile. That's what we're going to check out as the bus will come in on. The Go bus just drove through town to drop us off. We drove right past it, and it's amazing how you can see it just from the side of the road. It's quite a sight.
ثلاثة زعلت من بعد. اه والله. يلا بعدين. يلا مين؟
شكرا. Cheers. So Luxor's full of all these ships here that sail from Abu Simbel to Luxor. It's amazing, you can see all the temples as you just walk past. If you really needed to, you could actually just walk around the outside and look at it, but where's the fun in that? Let's go inside. We are now in the Luxor Temple in the harsh, bright midday sun. So we've got the obelisk here. This obelisk here there was once two obelisks, and one is now in Paris. The other one remains standing here. You've got two seated statues of Ramses II. Now Ramses II was the most prolific of the pharaonic period and the pharaohs, and he's flanked by two more statues of him. So the two are of a seated Ramses. Up here we have what's known as the Sphinx Avenue, basically a road 3 kilometers long that connects it with Karnak Temple at the other end, and we'll look at that first. So there's, I think, hundreds and hundreds of sphinxes, all lined up in a line that goes all the way up to Karnak. So this would typically have 16 people, each under here with their arm around it, lifting it up. That would carry the funeral procession all the way from Karnak Temple up to Luxor Temple. If you see me looking up a lot, it's not because I'm worried about blocks falling on my head. I'm worried about pigeons defecating on my head. They're everywhere. Might have to get the health and safety department to have a look at that ladder. So for 2,000 years before Christ, there's been worship at this site here, just here. So it was obviously a temple for the pharaohs, and the way they worshipped, to like the sun god. And then a church was built on it 600 AD. Then eventually that church, the Coptic church, was filled in, and they built a mosque on top of where the church was, and that's a mosque that's still working now. So 4,000 years of worship in the one spot. Quite impressive.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All the best. Cheers.
Can we take a photo together?
Yeah. Let's do it.
This is shorter one. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best. I understand it's going to be hard for you to see, but if you were to come here, you'd be amazed at the colour that is still there. And when we look at these temples, we do often just see them as big sandstone monoliths type things, but to see them back in the day, full of colour, like vibrant colour, it must have been like something out of this world for them. Even on this corners here, there's just different colours, all multicoloured all the way along. And then this is where they would have had the whole face. I don't know if you can see quite how 3D that is. But that's where it would have been a whole single face of sandstone. And to make just the outline of the pharaoh, of Ramses II, they would have had to have carved all of this face away to expose the actual outline of the pharaoh himself. A lot of work, and they get such a smooth finish on it. It's mind-boggling. Well, it's not mind-boggling, it just would have been a hell of a lot of effort from proper trained craftsmen. Yeah.
Ramses and Nefertari.
Fratelli, and is that his daughter?
Yeah.
Daughter.
Come. Have a knee, the Horus, the Ramses.
Horus is the one with the bird head, yeah?
The sun.
The bird, yeah.
Wait, come. Yeah. Here. Anubis and the Tut.
Indeed, yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
This come.
Fratelli, yeah.
Daddy and the Ramses.
Ramses.
Where you from?
From Australia.
Welcome to Australia, good.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, friend.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, friend.
Shukran.
Thank you. والله كدبي.
So here we are at Karnak Temple. It's only about 5 minutes in a car or 10 minutes by horse and carriage as we come from the Luxor Temple. This is one of the biggest religious sites in the world, so let's check it out. So that Sphinx Avenue that we saw down in the Luxor Temple, this is where the continuation would have been of all the sphinxes right up to this Karnak Temple.
In Europa gilt das Märchen, bevor die Zitadelle machen einen Kanal. Das ist die gleiche Idee wie hier. Hier vorne war ein Kanal auch.
So you may notice that I've got headphones in. If you want to work smart, you can actually jump on Spotify and just click on a podcast of Karnak itself, and you can listen to the podcast as you walk around. It will tell you everything you need to know and really bring some depth into your visit here. And it's worth doing that wherever you are in the world, to be honest. It's a great tip to be able to just immerse yourself in the experience for free as you walk. So why not do it? So this site is one of the largest in the, well, is the largest in the ancient world. It's 47 acres of site, of temples, and therefore the biggest in the ancient world. Phenomenal size. And the detail on the hieroglyphs up here, which is just as you come through into this middle section, the detail on them is fantastic. Like it's so vivid. Not so much with colour, but somehow between the whites and the yellows, it just brings so much colour and detail to it.
Però comunque le parti di tutto hanno fatto
Queda ahí. Excelente. Ya. ¿Una hora? ¿Eh? ¿Una hora?
So this site being 47 acres means that there's a hell of a lot of exploring to do. So if you were going to narrow down between Luxor Temple and Karnak Temple, I'd probably dedicate the majority of my time here at Karnak Temple, and then probably spend a little bit less time at the Luxor Temple. Both are fantastic and sensational, but the Karnak one, the hieroglyphs are just a lot more vivid. There's a lot more of them, and there's actually 13 separate temples within this site, so there's a lot to get your head around. So I'm going to give you a bit of a walk through here just so you can grasp the size of this place and the quality of the hieroglyphs in this part. So this all would have been roofed, had a roof right across it back in the day, but it just goes on and on and on. It's an ultra popular selfie spot. I'd say this place is on par, if not more spectacular than the pyramids themselves. So if you're thinking of coming to Egypt, you have to check out Temple of Karnak and give yourself plenty of time, because it is something else, I tell you. You will not be disappointed. 600 Egyptian pounds to come in, and so I'm guessing that is around 10 American dollars. 45 acres of pure adventure. So little tip when you're walking around these places, a bit like anywhere really in Egypt, but keep as many small notes as you can, like 10 Egyptian pounds or 20 Egyptian pounds. 20 Egyptian pounds seems to be a good number. And within all these temples, the security guards are there to offer security, but to supplement their wage, they don't mind showing you a few bits and pieces. So they will often just give you advice or whatever, and then you can slip them a 10 or a 20, and they'll tell you a little bit about the place, and they will expect a small little tip in return. So have a pocket full of 20s and you can't go wrong. So that was Karnak Temple, and my driver here, Ahmed, has kindly waited for me to visit, and we're riding back with Lady Gaga there at the front, taking us back into Luxor. So it'll be an early night tonight, 4:15 AM, getting collected for the balloon ride, and that should be fun. And then I think 45 minutes after pickup will be where the balloons take off from, and then up and away. It's coming up to just on sunset here over the River Nile. Trust me, make sure you see Karnak if you come to Luxor. And if you want number one driver, Ahmed,
Welcome. Australia
number one driver.
Welcome. Welcome Australia. Welcome anytime.
You're always welcome in Luxor.